guys, welcome to Runway Road Trips, the General Aviation Travel Channel. Today we're here with Chris Jamison. Chris Jamison here is Mississippi famous. I mean, he's known all over Facebook, over the Mississippi Pilots Association website. He posts videos about his flying, about him landing his airplane out on the Mississippi River sandbars, and he's very, very well known for that. And let me tell you, it's some exciting flying. I get excited every time I see a Chris Jamison video. So, at any rate, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, what got you into flying? Then we're going to talk about your airplane.
Well, I've always loved aviation. Of course, I wanted to be an ag pilot growing up.
Okay.
But I did solo back 30 years ago.
Okay.
And then life and all that, as everybody says. But anyway, I started back in 2020.
Okay.
And so I got my sports pilot certificate. And since then, I got it in 2020 of October. So since then, I have over 650 hours.
Since 2020?
Yeah.
Okay, you're racking them up, bud.
Yeah, my other plane was a Zenith. But so I got the sports pilot certificate just because I'm not the typical type of flying I wanted to do was a little different from what y'all do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, after so many years of not flying, what actually lit the fire? What got that bug to bite you once again?
I had a surgery, and so I was recovering at home.
Okay.
And I was going through some pictures.
Okay.
Some old pictures. I couldn't move around, so I said, I'll just go. And just so happened, I found a photo of me in an experimental airplane that was similar to this.
Okay.
And I said, I'm finna get back into it. So
Okay.
that kind of got me back going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do remember, I think it was probably around 2020, you gave me a call.
Yeah, I did.
You asked me to come over and take a look, and I actually seen the airplane that you was in. Now, I'm going to question, the airplane that you have now, is it bigger than the Zenith that you had previously?
No, it is not.
Okay.
So you can't fly in this one either.
I remember trying to get in that thing, my knees were up in my chest.
It's pretty small.
Yeah. Okay.
Small.
Well, good deal. So what, you said you wanted to be a crop duster at one point, but now you're doing tail wheel. I guess the Zenith was a tricycle.
That's right. That's right.
And so, but do you just wanted to do that type of flying? Or?
Yeah, just kind of local. And what got me into the backcountry, which when I started flying the first time, I was watching, not really a YouTube one around, but some videos of some guys that were, landing in the fields and, grass strips. And then when I got back into it, I caught up with some guys that were doing backcountry flying.
Okay.
And I said, that's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do.
Low and slow. And,
right.
And so that really sparked my interest of just landing anywhere I want to be able to land.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't, it really doesn't matter as long as it's halfway smooth.
Okay. What's the shortest distance and area you can land in?
With my Zenith, I've landed on a gravel bar that was 300 feet long.
Okay.
And it had weeds on both ends. So I did do, in my Zenith, I did do some stow competition.
Okay.
So that's where you short takeoff and landing,
Okay.
and you compete. And they draw a line on the grass runway, and all these guys come with their backcountry airplanes and see who can land and take off the shortest.
Where was that competition held?
That was in Jennings, Louisiana, and they have several around the country.
And you flew the Zenith down to
Jennings,
competition?
yes,
Okay.
it's a long way.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a long way, but it was in the Zenith.
In the Zenith.
At 75 miles an hour.
And what is that the furthest you've flown that Zenith?
There in Huntsville, Alabama. I've been to Hattiesburg in it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. And so Jennings and Huntsville, places like that.
Yeah.
So basically around the region.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the shortest I took off in the Zenith was 59 feet. And
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. The competitions are fun, but I really like the backcountry stuff.
Okay. Have you ever gone to Oshkosh?
I've never been. It's on my list.
On the list.
On the
okay.
list.
Would
yeah.
you fly this type of?
If I go with somebody that knows the procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think cruise speed. What is the cruise speed?
This is about 80 miles an hour.
80 miles an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the Zenith? What was it?
It was 75. It's about the same.
About the same.
75, 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get anywhere fast.
No, sir. No, sir. It's not a cross country. but
got you.
it'll do it. But
Yeah.
You better not. You better have a long time to get there.
Exactly. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about this particular airplane. Tell us about this airplane and what year model is this?
This I'll go first. It's an experimental aircraft.
Okay.
So what that means is a home built, and you buy the kit
Okay.
and you put it together. They send you the whole kit, and as an amateur, you put it together, and then the FAA has somebody come inspect it, make sure it's airworthy and all that.
Okay. Wow.
But this one was built. This is an experimental Avid Flyer.
Okay.
It's a Mark IV. It was built in 1998 by two guys in California,
Okay.
and
Wow.
wound up in Georgia, and I bought it from a friend of mine in Georgia.
Okay.
And it's a two-seat. It's 100 horsepower. Has a Subaru car engine in it. It's been
Wow.
converted to an aircraft engine. They're a lot around, but
Is it air cooled?
it is water cooled.
Water
It's a
cooled.
water
Okay.
cooled,
Okay.
and it's got a belt reduction drive on it
Uh-huh.
to slow the propeller down because the engine's running 5,000 RPM. So,
Oh wow. Yeah.
so anyway, and it's just two-seater. Empty weight's about 750, and the gross weight's 1150.
Okay. And
And-
burning how much fuel per hour?
It probably burns 4.5, 5.
4.5.
Yeah, about 4.5, something like that. 20 gallons of fuel is capacity on it.
Okay. So about what, 4 hours? Or
Yeah, 4. Yeah, about 4 hours.
With reserve.
Yeah,
that type of
that's
thing.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Good.
Yeah, and I will say the Avid, as backcountry planes can go as much as you want to pay for one.
Yes.
And this is on the low end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's side by sides cheaper than this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is a question that many of our viewers do have. You know,
Right.
they want to know, do you have to be rich to own an airplane?
No,
Okay.
I'm one of those that is not. No, actually, this airplane cost me $25,000.
25,000. Okay,
Yeah, and
good.
I've done some upgrades to it, and we'll get some more. But I mean, I can burn car gas.
Car gas. Okay.
So inexpensive, yeah, compared to other flying.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So it's a relatively inexpensive way
It
of getting
is.
into flying, and you get to do some things that are really fun.
Right.
That most people never ever get to
That's
do.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, really.
It is.
Yeah.
It
Get to
is.
see some views that most people never ever see, and
Yeah.
that's what I love about flying. So tell us more about this. What's the construction? What is this made of?
The cowling's fiberglass, but it's a metal frame. The frame is metal, and then it's covered. It's a fabric airplane, so it's covered in fabric. It's got aluminum wing tanks, basically fabric. So it's got a little different design with the ailerons. These are called flaperons, that you can see, but it's just a little different. The wings fold on this one. You can take these pins out here.
Okay.
And it takes about 15 or 20 minutes for the procedure you can fold the wings, put it on a trailer.
And just
And, yeah, I hauled it from Georgia. So,
okay.
yeah.
Wow.
And it's pretty basic. It's simple. And if you build your own, if you build your own airplane, you're the builder, so you do your own inspections on it every
Okay.
year. So with me buying it and I didn't build it, I get Kevin Russian to
okay.
check mine
Check it out.
every
Okay.
year. So yeah.
Kevin Rushton is also Mississippi famous.
That is true.
Yes.
More than me.
Yeah. But at any rate, so let's see. As far as I see you have a name. Did you give this the name of Little Willie?
I did. My dad had a Correct Craft, 1965 Correct Craft inboard boat, and almost the same color. And we grew up skiing behind it.
Okay.
And put 1 million hours on it, so I just kind of did that for him. He had Little Willie on the back,
Oh,
so
wow. Awesome.
that's kind of
Awesome.
where it came from.
Okay. Did you have a name for your Zenith?
Yeah, Sketchy Nelly.
Sketchy.
Yeah, she's more famous than Little Willie. She's pretty worldwide known.
Yes,
so.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I told you were Mississippi famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also tell us about the little duck on the dash.
That just came from a prank that my wife's family did. They, like Christmas, they would hide ducks all over your house and you not know it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so you find ducks all year in your house. And I just happened to have one and stuck it in there. So it's just nothing special.
Okay. Well, good. And a little bit more about the money, because that's one of the things that people are most want to know about it. In other words, they want to know, again, that the mindset is that you got to be wealthy, you got to be
Right.
rich to own an airplane.
Yeah.
And so tell us about some of the other costs that are involved with owning an airplane.
Well,
as far as what's your hangar cost?
The hangar here at Marks is $160 for the small, the T hangars.
Nice.
Your insurance on the tail wheel's a little more than your tricycle, and experimental's a little more. But on my Zenith, I was $800 a year.
Okay.
So, and this one's a little bit higher because of the tail wheel situation.
Right.
But, it's not crazy once you get some hours in it. And it wasn't, with my Zenith, when I first got it, it wasn't but $1,500 a year, and I had zero time.
Okay.
And I went through Kimmel Aviation, so
Yeah.
they shopped it and got, and it wasn't terrible. I was thinking a lot more being a zero time pilot.
Right. So realistically, I mean, as far as it's a hobby,
It is,
and it's
total hobby.
it's of course there's all hobbies. I mean, if you're an RVer, if you're a boater, if
Right.
you're whatever, those things are going to come with a price. And
Of course,
so,
I was a hunter and a fisher, so
Yeah.
Now this is my hobby.
So you're used to your
That's
hobbies that are
right.
costing money.
That's
So
right.
it's just it's not a exceedingly expensive from that perspective.
It
as
is
far as-
not.
Yes,
It is
yes.
not.
Good deal.
And the beauty of it being a small airplane, that's one of the beauties I love about it. And it's being a two-seater. In my Zenith, I sold it this past May, 1st of May.
Mhm.
And
Did you cry when it left?
I'm not gonna say that on camera. But anyway,
I know
put
you
over
and Sketchy Nelly, y'all were
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
I have over
good.
550 hours in it.
Yeah, good
And
run.
so, and the other cool thing I did that was probably more important to me than landing on a sandbar or a gravel bar or anybody's turn row or field was I carried 78 different people in that airplane. So that was, and most of them had never been flying.
Okay.
So that brought more joy to me than, landing on a sandbar. Most of them are kids, and that's just a lot of fun to take somebody to see something they've never seen before.
Yeah. I can. There's several people that I can think of right now as we're speaking who basically have told me that that's how they fell in love with flying the first time.
Correct.
Someone like yourself who loved aviation, who shared their love of aviation with them as a kid.
Right.
And here they are years later. One guy that recently, Tony Wumble, Tony Wumble.
Yeah.
He has a story similar to that. In other words, someone flew him in a Mooney for the first time, and now he owns a Mooney.
Right.
And so, yes. Now, 78 people. Wow.
78.
So you've touched 78 lives in a way that may, and that's something I enjoy doing. And I think most pilots do enjoy that a lot, sharing their love and to see that smile that you see on their face. And then if that aviation bug bites them, it's incredible. So, yeah. Wow.
I always love the ones that are a little scared,
Mm-hmm.
and then once they go, when can we go again?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
just, that's just really cool.
Yeah, that reminds me of there was a young lady, a little girl, that I was going to be flying down to an equestrian camp because she had some anxiety issues that she was going to be going to this equestrian camp, and she had never flown before. Her parents asked me, the little girl asked if she could ride up front. And I'm thinking, I don't know if this is a good idea. But I looked at her parents. I said, hey, it's up to your parents. If they're okay with you riding up front, we'll give it a try, And I told them, I said, hey, if we have to take off and we get up there, we'll turn around and land, come back, But long story short, we got in the air and we went to IFR. We were in and out of the clouds. And the little girl, she loved it. She loved it. She said, during the flight, she said, this is the best day of my life.
Yes.
And so, there's nothing that can replace that.
Yeah, I enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's something. So tell us, if you would, give us a little tour of your airplane. Tell us what's inside as far as you have radios and let's see.
So basically, to do my videos, we'll look in here. This is a basic airplane. It just has basic instruments. It does have deal sticks. I have one out now, but I do wear a helmet because I'm always real low and slow. You set that out there.
I was going to say just so you can come in from this part, from that position there. Okay, there you go. There you go.
So basic 2 seats. It has your throttle, and does have a mixture control. It does not have a carb heat, as some people might know, being it's fuel injected. So, but it's all just a basic airplane, no IFR or anything like that. And this airplane
does have a stick rather than a yoke. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And it is convertible. It has a place for a nose wheel. You just have to move the landing gear around a little bit.
Okay.
But it is convertible.
Sweet.
It only has brakes on the left for the pilot side. It does not. Most experimental people do that for weight. You know.
Now I know you didn't build this one yourself,
No.
but for those who do, how long does it typically take someone to build?
Usually, like an airplane this size, it'll take a couple of years. If you can stay, the trick is to stay on it every day. Do something little, at least something little.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Usually they're doing it as a labor of love.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And it all depends what you all can put in it, and know. But typically, I say 2 years. But I've never built one. And it's just how much time you put in it.
Yeah,
it's all about the time.
Now the radio I see on the dash here, is that a handheld radio that you use as a basically your radio for the aircraft? You can.
It is. It's just it had a regular radio in it, a comm radio, and then so it quit working.
Okay.
And I said, well, I'll just decide to go with a handheld. You can attach it to your existing antenna, and it's lighter. And if I want to, I can take it out. If I'm at an airport or air show or something, you can take it out real quick and listen to the pilots. And plus, it's just lighter. And but it works fine. It works really good, especially it's hooked to to your antenna on the airplane.
At first, when I first was looking at this from the outside, I was thinking it was a little larger than your Zenith. But as I'm inside now, I see that it would probably be impossible for me to get in. I'd have to fold myself very carefully to get in. But wow.
A funny story about the Zenith. The guy I sold it to, he was from South Dakota.
Okay.
He called me. I said, how big are you? He said, I'm 6'2", 260 pounds.
Wow.
I said, this is not the airplane for you. I said, you need the 750 Zenith is a bigger airplane. But he was pretty persistent. So he came, looked at it. He said, will you take me flying? I said, let me see how much gas I got. I had 6 gallons. I said, okay. It was kind of cool that morning, but it did fine. But and he will be fine with it by himself. But taking a passenger, it's just not practical. They make different sizes. So, the experimental class of airplanes is you can go from this to 250 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Or sure enough, backcountry airplane.
Right.
But depending on what you want to spend. But, I just went with a smaller one because with the sports pilot license, I have a weight limit. The weight limit for the gross is 1320 at the moment. That's the heaviest gross weight you can fly right now. Okay. And I can only fly one person at a time, so that's why I went for a smaller airplane.
Sure. And let's see, from an experimental perspective, again, the cost. Now, by building it themselves, are they also saving money on what it would cost to buy a certified aircraft?
Probably not.
Probably not.
It depends on what you're building. Some are okay, yeah. And like more than anybody, the avionics you put in it. These guys are putting glass panels in backcountry airplanes, and it all depends. Yeah. If you're frugal, you can build one similar to this, probably 60 grand, 70 grand. If you're frugal,
Right.
And don't have to have all the bells and whistles.
Right. Now, one thing about you mentioned that putting in the glass panels and experimentals. Oddly enough, the avionics you can buy for a lot less than it would cost to buy the exact same thing if it was going into a certified airplane.
Correct.
So you can save some money there if you want to have a nice
Okay.
glass panel with all the bells and whistles. So those bells and whistles are much more expensive in certified airplanes
They
with the
sure
exact
are.
same equipment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
But as far as the backcountry, which I keep up with it more, I mean, I've flown with guys that fly $300,000 airplanes.
Yeah.
And fly with 2 people. But they will do a lot more than this one. I mean, they're amazing airplanes.
Okay.
But
I see you have a GoPro mount on the ceiling there.
I do. I have one for the cockpit, and I have one on each end of the wings.
Okay.
And I have one on the wing strut. I need to get me an Insta360 camera. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I need one of those. But I video everything. Mostly, if I'm around here just playing around, I video my landings and stuff and take offs. But I enjoy the videoing part. You've captured some cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
You really do.
Yeah. Like I said, I enjoy watching your videos.
Yeah.
It's always pretty exciting to me. I really do.
My flying compared to yours and most people around here anyway, I'm 200 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
200 to 300 feet. As long as you're not around somebody's homes or anything. But
Right.
that's what I like to do. So the videos you see and the stuff you see, you're just right there and you can see it. Deer, wildlife, whatever.
Oh wow. Yeah. I guess that's another beautiful benefit of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, real good, man. I'm loving it. I'm glad you allowed us to take a look at your beautiful airplane. I'm just a fan of airplanes, so
Me too.
I love airplanes.
Well, I am finna to spend a little money now. I'm finna to change engines on it. It's gonna have a Rotax 100 horsepower,
Okay.
which is about 60 to 70 pounds lighter than this engine. So
Oh, wow.
it'll help my takeoff and carrying somebody. Give me a little more gross weight, a little more useful load.
Useful load. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good deal. Your fuel. Where do you have your you said you can use car gas. Do you use car gas?
I kind of mix avgas with it.
And where do you get the car? Is it gas that you just buy like at the pump, or do you use non-ethanol?
I use non-ethanol.
Okay.
And I could use ethanol fuel as much as I fly, but you don't want to let one sit
Right.
with ethanol fuel in it. But
explain why that is.
I don't like, but I mean, everybody's got a weed eater.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it sits there, and you don't want it gumming up, and your rubber lines, your fuel lines, but I've ran it in my Rotax and my Zenith. If I'm out somewhere and can't get it. But this one I mix avgas with my non-ethanol. It just seems to run a little better.
I got you.
I just mix a little bit with it.
Okay. And the other stickers that are on here, did you put all of them on there? Do they have a story behind them, or?
Not really. Yeah, I did put them on here. This is kind of a little group we have. I have about 7 or 8 friends that fly with me that are scattered around Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, and here. And we kind of made us a little group called the Lost Explorers.
Okay.
It's just something I came up with.
Okay.
And, the Diamond J is just a family deal, and I don't know where the pirate lady came from. My sticker lady came up with that. So anyway, and the green ribbon, I had a liver transplant 6 years ago. So that's kind of a thing I do.
Okay.
Green ribbon.
Final few questions here. Dream trip in your airplane. Where would you like to go that you haven't gone before?
I would like to fly out west somewhere.
Okay.
Where these guys really get into the backcountry flying. I'd like to go out and fly with some of the guys. Trent Palmer, if you've never seen any of his videos.
I have, actually, yes.
Yeah, and the Flying Cowboys. But I don't know. I have some guys that I'm friends with on Facebook, fly in Idaho and Utah. They fly into some cool places.
Yeah.
They really do. That would be fun to go out there.
Yeah. Do you think, as far as with the horsepower that you currently have, would it be practical to fly into some of those mountainous areas?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay.
you'd probably need a turbocharger.
Yeah.
I know some guys with the 100-horse rope tax that do it,
Yeah.
but you'd have to be careful with the density altitude,
Exactly.
no doubt.
Exactly.
And some of that area, it looks pretty rough too.
Yeah. Ooh, my
Man.
goodness. I'd hate to have a
It
problem.
had
in
a
those
problem,
areas.
yeah.
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 Okay. And as far as advice to young, upcoming, someone who potentially want to be a pilot themselves, what advice would you give them?
First, never give up.
Never give up.
I mean, just persevere.
Mhm.
Just keep that dream, because I did. Took me till I was 52, but
Okay.
And find a good instructor
Mhm.
and get a ride with somebody if you can.
A good one that'll fit in your airplane.
Yeah, you got to have one that'll fit. But
Yeah.
and and go to airports and check and meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing. That's the other thing about aviation since I've done it. The friends I have met is boundless. I mean, it's amazing the people I've met,
Yes,
and the
yes.
family, aviation community is unreal.
Absolutely.
It really is.
And what I found is that, I mean, it seemed like every pilot I've met wants to share their love of aviation with others, and that's a wonderful thing in and of
It
itself.
is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like I said, just
it is.
kind people. But anyway, Chris, it's been real, man.
Enjoy.
I really appreciate
Enjoy.
you
Yes,
sharing,
sir. Yes, sir.
your story with us
Yes,
and your
sir.
airplane with us, Little Willie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.